What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope you guys all enjoyed your holiday weekend. We are going to go over the EVX Flow Map for the week. So there are some levels that I want us to pay attention to, and I've got those levels marked out on the chart. Now, the Flow Map, these rails that we've got here, these are all based on expected moves. Okay, so market expected moves for me, trading equities is a lifeline. Okay, when it comes to trading things like Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, so forth and so forth, not only do I confirm those expected moves with live options flow, which is quote unquote momentum, right? You can tend to see a lot of action in the favor of the expected move if there's a lot of option flow. Okay, so when we bring that and we incorporate that into the futures part of things, we can definitely incorporate some volume. We can incorporate different style of candlesticks that are running through or into some of these expected move areas. So some of the areas that we want to kind of open up with here to start the week, we got a little bit of a neutral slash bearish bias. Okay, and the reason being, yesterday when we opened up in that Sunday price action, we really seen that push up and that stretch towards 30,000. Okay, I believe we got as high as 29,995. For those of you guys who were trading, those of you guys who were kind of waiting for that open, congratulations. I took part of it, took a little piece of it, $500. It's nothing to really write home about, but again, hey, on a non-trading day, on a holiday weekend, not bad. Didn't do any trading today. So a couple of things that I'm looking at right now. The big area that's going to determine whether the market is going to remain bullish and continue this push up towards 30,000 and beyond, or kind of chop around and remain a little bit more neutral to slash bearish, is 29,941. So I've got that marked out in blue here just so my eyes kind of separate the different levels. Okay, and if we kind of look at the next area, if we do reclaim 29,941, the best way to play that is don't just take it on the first initial break. Wait for it to break, wait for it to pull back or consolidate, and then we want to take that retest zone. Then we can put a stop loss under 29,941, and we can play that into the psychological zone of 30,000. That would be the next expected target if that was to play out in that type of scenario. 30,000 is a very key area. You can see here, kind of going back to yesterday's price action where we had that double bottom, putting in that lower high here at around 29,995, 29,990 area. We tried to spike it once more here and we were rejected. So 3 times rejection, pulled all the way back down to the current trading price of 29,800. So we've lost about 100 points since testing that psychological level. Let's continue with the bullish case because we want to get that out of the way very, very quickly. So 29,941, break and reclaim, break and hold, break and consolidation over that pushes us towards 30,000. $30,000 psychological level. We would then look as 941 as support, 30,000 as the supply. Look for that range to kind of stay a little bit choppy, and then anything over 30,000, that next target's going to be up here at 30,125. Okay, I'll give you guys the next level above that. It's 30,230, but we don't really need to worry about that. We're a long ways away from that. That would be a very stretched move. So that would take us into expected moves going into Thursday. Being that tomorrow is going to be Tuesday, we don't really have a lot to worry about unless the markets were to get super extended. You have some crazy news headline come up and really get volatility moving. Okay, so those are the levels to the upside. What I want to focus on a little bit more is still the 29,941 area, but I want to focus on that as the rejection zone. So any break up towards 900, 940s, even 880s. Okay, 880s, 900s. I would look for that area to kind of get rejected. See if we can kind of pull back down towards that. That would kind of keep us in line with that neutral to bearish bias. As of right now, our magnet is 29,862. That's subject to change. That's going to be our VWAP. We are below VWAP right now. So with that being said, anything below VWAP, we understand that these spikes that we're getting here are nothing more than just consolidation bounces. They're dead cat bounces. Kind of want to stay away. Again, don't get into the habit of trying to spike up and take every long just because we pop up 20, 30 points, because you can get kind of pulled, right? The trend is down since we've lost that 29,941. What I would like to see heading into tomorrow is if we can kind of consolidate here and we can get a push off the open into 29,941, 29,950, 60s, or 29,920s, 30s, somewhere in that 20 to 30 point range. You get that break, you get that retest, and then you want to see your momentum moving averages. So your 5 and your 10 moving averages start to curl up. Once we get that rejection, if we do start to lose with some authority where we get a closure below those momentum moving averages, your 5 and your 10, look for that spike below and look for an engulfing candle that kind of confirms the re-loss of those averages, okay? Obviously, you would play towards your magnet for your first initial scalp target, and anything below that, then we're targeting bigger levels. And the bigger levels that I really want to focus on, we've got a few of them, okay? So keep these in mind if you guys want to write these down, if you guys want to pause the video so you can look at some of these levels. Our first area of acceptance where potentially you could be looking at a little bit of a bounce, our major support level is going to be down here towards 29,565, okay? That is Tuesday's expected move lower support, okay? So if we look at where we currently stand right now, we are trading at 29,800. If we were to come down towards 560s, okay, towards 550s, you're talking about a 250 point, 300 point move. But mind you, if you kind of put that into context, if you really put that into context, that would basically be taking the NASDAQ about to flat, because right now we're currently up about 245 points. That would be taking us back to flat and slightly in the negative 50 to 60, 50 to 80 points. Now, if you kind of look at the day, let's say, for example, you come into the day and in the NASDAQ's down 50, 60 points. It's not that big of a deal, right? Essentially flat. So with that being said, you can see we've got a lot of room down, okay? So definitely kind of avoid these longs unless we reclaim 29,941. We have to see that reclaim before we can really have some confidence that we're going to, kind of scream towards that 30,000 mark. Right now, it looks like we're trending down again, 565. The next support below that is 29,460. So 29,460 is the next area that we want to be kind of keeping in mind. That 460 area is Wednesday's lower support expected move. Okay, so that's what's being priced in now. If price action continues to be weak, we could be looking at prices of 29,460 into Tuesday closure, into Wednesday's open, any type of washout. Look for a bounce there, look for a retracement there. Look for take profits there if you're currently sitting short, when and if that happens. The next area that we really want to focus on is right here, okay? And we've got a lot of things stacked. So I'll read you 3 key levels and I'll kind of explain quickly what they are. 29,364 is Thursday's lower expected support, okay? 29,364. That aligns perfectly with our daily support. Our daily support, according to the moving averages on the 5 and the 10, is sitting right now currently between 29,389 and 29,355. This is a big key area. If early in the week between Tuesday, Wednesday, we get a nice massive sell-off and we kind of come screaming down towards these levels, this is where I want to look to get long. I do not want to look to get long unless we're over 941 or unless we come and kind of wash and test this area out. I would look for a dead cat bounce, maybe a sweep and reclaim back towards the 460 and 565 area. And obviously if we get over 565, that puts us back in the middle of this range here, back towards our magnet where, a lot of choppiness price action here. So the game plan for tomorrow, depending on where we open up, if we open up close to 941 and we blow that top off in the New York hour, I'm going to look for a rejection between 940s and 30,000 back down to play that back through 941 to the downside. A lot of room there. If we keep on selling off into the New York open tomorrow and we're opening up close to 565, be very, very careful for that early sweep where shorts get trapped and then you see that dead cat bounce. If you do see a little bit of a dead cat bounce, there will be an opportunity to sweep between 565 and 600. We can kind of play that into the middle portion of the range, but I want you to just keep in mind that's extremely it's extremely bearish, I guess I should say. Not necessarily that the market's, you know, gonna just go down 2, 3, 4,000 points over the next few days. That's not the kind of bearish I'm talking about. I'm just saying short term momentum wise, that's extremely bearish. So any type of sweep into 465, sellers are definitely doing their job, but there's going to be an opportunity to maybe catch a scalp here for a little bit of a dead cat bounce into that zone. Those are the levels that I got for you guys. Again, just try to trade smart, be safe. If you need to size down as you're trading this week, I would definitely size down. I wouldn't put too much risk on the table. Again, depending on what size account that you're trading. If you're trading a 50K account, I would put no more than $200, $300 worth of risk each individual trade. That's a lot, right? So it's not like, you know, that's a little bit of risk for that size account. That's a lot. That's your max pain, right? Between $200 and $300. A little bit of a safer way to do it if you're trading a 50K account would probably be something like 150, 170, 175 bucks. So keep it somewhere in that area. I think that would be a little bit more beneficial. Remember, you got to give trades room to work. Right now, ranges, you know, they're pretty wide. So with that being said, you don't want to, you know, be trading a ton of mini contracts. If anything, you can do a lot of great work with between 2, 3, or 4 micro contracts. You can look for 15, 20 point moves, and those would be great scalps, right? For me, I will probably look for moves between 10 and 20 points. Full disclosure, 10 and 20 points. Try to stay in line with the momentum. If we're below our momentum averages, I will look to stay short, okay? If we're above our momentum averages and I've got a little bit of space and maybe we've kind of come down into a support area, I will take a dead cat bounce. However, it will be closer to a 10-point bounce. So I guess I can kind of say it like this. If we are below 29,941 and I get an opportunity to take a little bit of a dead cat bounce, I'm going to look for a 10-point scalp. If it's an area below 29,941 and it's a short setup, I'll probably look for something closer to 15, 20, 25 points on that downwards move, just because that's where the pressure is going. That's more so where we have a lot of support. We have more room into these supports here. Again, you got to keep in mind, guys, that move, that push just shy of 30,000 is a lot, right? It's a big psychological level up there at 30,000. You would want to see at least a back test before we kind of break through 30,000, just because if we do break 30,000 now without the back test of the daily moving averages, you're probably going to see a stronger and a sharper retracement. So just kind of keep that in mind. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. If you guys want to join the EVX Trading Floor, that link is down in the description box below. You guys can definitely join down below. Also, if you guys need Apex evaluations or any evaluations, you can use discount code DAnthony with Alpha Futures. You guys can use it with daytraders.com. You guys can use it with Apex Trader Funding, whichever prop firm of your choice that you guys are interested in. With that being said, make sure to leave a thumbs up on this button or on this video, and I will see all of you guys in the next one.